Well, I have had a lovely day out today. I went to Charles Darwin's house. Thought I'd go check that out. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't know it was a thing. I think I just sort of saw it a little while ago on Google Maps. It like popped up when I was just sort of like searching around the area for something. And yeah, I thought, oh, that'd be cool to check out. So I just sort of marked it on Google Maps. I thought, oh, at some point I'll go check that out. And I was in France this morning, just got off the Channel Tunnel. I've got a couple of days sort of heading towards the London area, and I thought, oh, perfect, I can call in to call in on Charles Darwin, go and see him. Well, not see him, but see his house anyway. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a really good day out, really interesting. It's his house that he actually like lived in. It's the place where he wrote Origin of the Species. Um, and yeah, there's just loads of information about him, about his family, an amazing garden. He kept a fantastic garden, and he just ran lots of experiments while he was living. Sorry if you can hear that noise, it's just my kettle. Just aware that it's going to start whistling in a minute. It's nearly done. It's time for a pot of tea. But yeah, it was a really fantastic day out. I'll put some pictures in so you can see. But the gardens were fantastic. It had a awesome like greenhouse. Oh, let me pour the tea, and then I'll get back to you. I feel like I'm not really concentrating on this conversation because I'm I'm like, oh, my tea's nearly done. I'm so happy I've got this lovely teapot that my lovely Dutch friend got me, and it makes me so happy when I use it now. I can think of my lovely times in Holland. But yeah, I learned a lot about Charles Darwin today, and it was really interesting just to sort of learn more about the man. And he was a real top bloke. He was just yeah, he was against slavery. He treated his servants really well. He was a fantastic husband and father. Like, he was really involved with his children, which back in, like, the time he was around, I think it was like Victorian area, that wasn't like the thing, so yeah, it was amazing. Like, he made, or he got somebody to make this wooden slide which attached to their stairs so that the kids could like slide down instead of using the stairs. And he'd involve them in his like projects and stuff. And yeah, I just thought it was really interesting. And he took a voyage as well, like a 5 years where he went off traveling on a ship called the Beagle, and just sort of, yes, collected loads of samples. And yeah, just sort of, it was just so interesting just learning about him and the journey which led him to, write this theory which is so famous and impacted, society in such a great way. Yeah, and it was fantastic, and to just sort of learn that he was very much like a family man. Like I said, he got his kids involved in the experiments that he were doing, and he very much, I think, also not used his children as experiments, but he took a lot of like notes on them and just sort of really observed them sort of growing, which I thought was really interesting. And also, sadly, him and his wife lost their daughter at 10 years old. And he was very involved in caring for her, which again at the time was just not, was not done by the father. And again, for that, he kept documents sort of, and was writing and noticing, with her illness, and sort of keeping documents on that. Yeah, it was a really fantastic day out. And him and his wife, they had 10 children in total, so a big family. They did lose a few in infancy, just because it was that time where you did. And obviously, sadly, they're one at 10 years old. But they had their last child when his wife was 48 years old. She birthed that child when she was 48 years old. This is back like in the 1800s or so. And you sort of think, nowadays, we scare women in their late 30s at the thought of them being old mothers. And I just think it's just bullshit, really. I know, obviously, once you've been through the menopause, that's it. No more babies. But until then, like, your fertility is it's in a constant state of flux, because depending on how well you're caring for yourself, it may be low. Or if you treat yourself real good, it's probably high, you know, and that can vary. You know, you can have low fertility in your 20s and high fertility in your 30s and 40s if you take care of yourself. So yeah, I just thought that was really interesting, you know, that she'd had a child so late, you know. So yeah, I thought that was really interesting to learn. And yeah, it was just fascinating learning, yeah, that side to him. I always just thought, oh, he's sort of like a scientist. I never knew sort of like this other side to him. And it was interesting as well because his wife was very much a religious lady, and she was sort of concerned for him in the afterlife. But despite their sort of religious differences, they had a very good marriage. It was a very good partnership, and it's nice. There's lots of Charles Darwin's own writings and own opinions on stuff, so you can hear his thoughts. And yeah, he always spoke very highly of his wife and of his children. And yeah, I just thought, nice, Charles Darwin, you just seem like a top bloke. So yeah, I was really pleased with my day. It was really fascinating learning more about the man and his family. It's a lovely property to walk around, and lovely grounds as well. So if you're in the area, highly recommend it. It's sort of I forget what village it's in. It's in a really nice village as well. I didn't stop in the village, but there was like a couple of pubs and little tea rooms and stuff. It's sort of, I think it's still in Kent. We're sort of getting onto that like outskirts of London, half in Kent, half in London zone. But yeah, it's around there. I can't give you the full address because I can't remember. But yeah, I really recommend checking it out. I really enjoyed it. And now, to be honest, I'm bloody knackered. I was in France this morning, and yeah, just been away for the last sort of 2.5 weeks. I've pulled up into one of my favourite little lay-bys. It's not really a lay-by, it's sort of like a lane that's sort of like off a road. There's a nice sort of little fieldy bit just opposite. I might go for a little walk once I've had a bit of dinner. I'm just going to have one of my mystery Dutch soups for dinner. Judging by the picture on the front and the ingredients, it's definitely got lentils, onions, parsley, or is that coriander? But yeah, some sort of oniony, lentil-y soup. So I'm just going to heat that up. I've got a few rolls as well, but little roll selection. I think I'm just going to grab that little round brown one, so I don't fancy the bigger ones. I did have a little lunch at Charles Darwin's house. It's kind enough to be hospitable. No, they got a little like cafe there, so you can have a little cup of tea and stuff. I had a nice just jacket potato and tuna and a pot of chamomile tea. So yeah, that was a nice little lunch. I just fancied something warm. So yeah, I'm just going to do this now, and I think to be honest, just have an early night. I think yeah, all this travelling about and seeing all these new things, I just could do with some good rest, and also reminding myself to drive on the left. It's right when you get off the Channel Tunnel, because there's quite a few handy like reminders, like drive on the left. And to be honest, they have been alright, but I feel like you do just have to like remind yourself. It's a bit like when you first get to Europe, it's like drive on the right. No, I'm like, right, drive on the left. And there was a couple of points today, I think just when I was a bit tired, I was a bit like, oh, remember, Sam? Remember, we're not in Europe anymore. So yeah, I've successfully got myself here without crashing. Although it has just reminded me, I've still got my little European headlight stickers on. I should probably take those off soon, like now. So I'm not in Europe anymore, and if I use my headlights, they might not be as effective. But yeah, I'll get those off later. For the minute, I'm going to heat up this soup and yeah, let my tea brew. Well, I'm just out having a little evening stroll after enjoying my mystery Dutch soup, which was yeah, it was kind of like a lentil soup, a bit like a dal, but very like mildly spiced. Yeah, it was good. So yeah, there's this lovely little green area, and there's this river. So I'm just having a little stroll. I don't know if you can see Van, my blue beauty, just in the distance there between those two trees. So yeah, just having a nice bit of fresh air. Just going to have a little stroll and then get all cosy for the night and just have, get an early night and get some sleep, because like I said a minute ago, I am pooped. I could really do with finding myself a sauna perhaps for tomorrow, but I just had a little look and I just gave up. I sort of got annoyed because I had such lush sauna experience in the Netherlands, and I don't know, just looking at our ones and then the prices of them, it just really pissed me off. I was just like, it cost me like 30-40 euros to go to this most amazing spa, and our ones it's sort of like 70 quid, 80 quid, 100 quid, and it ain't got shit on the place in Netherlands. So I feel like I'd just be better off getting myself another Channel Tunnel crossing and heading back to Holland. But I might just see if I can find myself a leisure centre or something, get a bit of swimming done and have a nice sauna. But to be honest with you, I could really do a massage. My muscles in my back are feeling a bit shitty at the minute. Just whole body just feels a bit naff. So yeah, I think I need a masseuse and a good sauna and some rest. For the minute, I'm just going to enjoy this river. It's so nice. Nice to get a bit of fresh air and a bit of nature. I've got to be honest though, as much as I do love the Netherlands, do you know what I love about England is the big old trees. I feel like in England you've just got so many like ancient bits, like really old parts. I know England is as old as the rest of the world is, like I get that, but I don't know, it's just got a real like ancient feel, hasn't it? Like the ancient woodlands and then all our like castles and old buildings. There is that that ancient magic that I do love about England, as much as I gripe about it not being as good as Europe. So yeah, I've been intrigued to go around some other like ancient woods. I haven't really been to any further afield. But I know there are some really good like forests and that in Germany I wouldn't mind checking out. So maybe that's next on the list. So lush at the minute. You can just hear those birds tweeting away. River just trickling on by. Oh, so nice. That's why I like coming out for little strolls in nature. It's just a good nice grounding, peaceful thing to do. I think tomorrow is going to be mainly spent editing a shit ton of videos. I took quite a few of my trip, and I did manage to upload a couple when I had a bit of Wi-Fi, and but yeah, I just didn't have enough internet to be sort of uploading the videos to the editor thing and then to YouTube. So I thought I will do that tomorrow, just ducking and diving under this lovely willow. So yeah, I shall get those done, because it'd be good to get the rest of my European trip uploaded and done, and clear a bit of space on my phone. It's been yelling at me it's got no memory left because I've got sort of so many videos on there. So I shall I think tomorrow is just going to be videos and doing a bit of sort of digital work, as it were. Apart from that, I think I'm just going to be sort of feet up with a pot of tea. And I thought sort of ease myself back into English life and my usual, responsibilities and things to do. I feel like I've got a bit of a to-do list at the minute that I wouldn't mind getting through. A few things I want to make some progress with. So I'm going to get on with that, get on with my lovely evening and enjoy the rest of this walk. I hope whatever you're doing this evening, you're having an absolutely lovely time, and if you're not, try and make it lovely. I just thought to myself, I'll walk a little ways further and then I'll go back to my van, and I'm so glad I did, because I love a nice bridge. Guess what there is over there? Bloody nice bridge. So yeah, gonna go check that out. It's got like a bit of a weir or something going through it. The water's rushing through. But yeah, I do love bridges like that, and I think that's why I really like the Netherlands, because they've got so many like channels of water, there's all these really nice little bridges that you have to cross. So yeah, it looks really nice. So it's a little windy, sorry if you get that wind noise. But yeah, nice little bridge there. Let's go and have a closer look. There we go. Really nice bridge. Just a really lovely area, this. Nice trees. Got to go and cross the bridge. Oh, this is such a lovely area. A couple of nice little ducks there. I'll keep my distance, I don't want to scare them off. Oh, nice. Yeah, there we go. This is the view from the bridge. Quite a few little ducks in the water, which is nice. Oh, it sounds cool. Just found a really good tree. You could like properly live under this tree. It's amazing. Sort of like up there, but you can just like, yeah, I don't know if it's like fallen a bit or the branches. I think the branches are like growing around into the ground. But yeah, it's like a proper den. It's a really cool tree. I think yeah, you can make a real nice little home here. Yeah. And there's another bit over there. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's sort of all like canopied over. It's amazing. Yeah, just having fun playing in the trees. I just got back in after my walk. It was just lovely. It's just really lovely. And yeah, I got my pot of tea. I just put my evening lights on. So this is evening in my van. It's just fairy lights and candlelight. My pot of tea there on the side. I just love soft lighting at night. Even now, like using my phone, it's like flashing at me bright to light up my face. But I just, yeah, I love soft lighting of an evening. So I'm just gonna sit here and do a bit of reading by candlelight and drink some tea. It is lunchtime and time for more mystery Dutch soup. The fact that it says tomaten, I'm guessing it's tomato soup, but judging by the picture, it looks like it's got some like meatballs in it. So yeah, tomato soup and meatballs, banging. So yeah, we'll give this one a whirl and see what it's like. It's an absolutely lovely day today, as you can see from the sun radiating through the open window. Even got the window open. Just been for a really nice walk. I spent the morning just sort of you know, catching up on emails, getting back into sort of reality a bit after being away. So I just sort of did that for a bit this morning, and I just thought I'm just gonna go get a bit of fresh air. It's just such a lovely little spot where I'm parked up, and it's so nice to just have that river to just walk along. Even just took my shoes off and just walked barefoot through the grass, which was just, oh, just amazing. Honestly, I love like walking barefoot on the beach as much as I love walking barefoot in the woods or through fields. I just sort of, yeah, love getting my feet out. So yeah, just had a really nice little walk. Sat by the river for a bit. Had a very nice little cuddle with a really nice little pug called Annie. I think she was Annie, or was she Anne? Began with an A. She was a really nice little dog. And this is what I like as well about staying places like this where you get a lot of dog walkers. It means there's lots of dogs to cuddle and stroke, which is really nice, because I do love my furry friends. And it's something about being in a van that I really miss. Like, I cannot emphasize to you enough like how much I miss my cat right now. I would have her with me, but I just know she's better where she is and she's safer where she is. But it's really hard for me to be away from her, because I've always grown up with pets. Like, we've always had cats and dogs, some chickens or a duck. So yeah, I'm just used to having furry friends around. So yeah, it's nice to stay places like this where I can just, yeah, have some dogs to to stroke. And yeah, I did sit by the river for a bit, but then yeah, big old swan came up and started hissing at me, and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of your space, because you don't mess with swans. They are bloody big birds. Like, yeah, I wouldn't. I know my where I'm at. I'm like, okay, swan, I'll step back from you. So yeah, I left the swans to it and the ducks. Excuse me. Right, let's get this soup on. Oh, and I forgot to say yesterday when I recorded my video about going to Charles Darwin's house, and they have this bit in his bedroom. They sort of like reconstructed it to what it'd be like. For what him and his wife, is how their bedroom was, and it was beautiful. It had this like 4-poster bed. Honestly, I would love a 4-poster bed one day. They just seem like amazing. You got all the curtains and stuff. So yeah, they had a 4-poster bed. They had like a chaise longue in there. It was quite a big room, and then big windows like overlooking the garden. Like it was just a beautiful room, and they also had a dressing room adjoined to it. And in the dressing room, they had a wardrobe where you could try on like the different sort of like jackets and like cloaks of Charles Darwin. Obviously not the originals, but like replicas. So obviously I had to play dress up. And there was just this most amazing like purple sort of jacket coat thing, bowler hats. So yeah, I put it on. I will put a picture in now. Honestly, it was amazing. I with that outfit on, I was like, can I take this home? So yeah, I think I need to find myself a nice purple coat like that, because I mean, I don't know about you, but I just find it badass in in that purple coat with the bowler hat. So yeah, maybe that's the look that I should go for now. It's funny, I was thinking the other day I need to sort of sort out my wardrobe a bit. It's a bit I don't know, I've got a lot of clothes in here that I don't wear. I've got some that I wear, but I'm a bit like, I just wear them because it's practical, not necessarily because they're particularly like new or anything. Or I do like them, but yeah, there's a few bits about my wardrobe that I think, oh, I should sort of sort things out a little bit. So yeah, maybe it's get a bowler hat and a bright purple coat. But yeah, I really loved it, and I think as a kid I used to love playing dress up. So yeah, I was just in my element yesterday, and I honestly just did not give a fuck. There were other people there, families. I'm sure the children were like, "What's this grown up doing?" But I was there to enjoy myself, and I did. So yeah, right. I'm gonna get this soup on. Well, this soup looks absolutely banging. Actually, if I do that, I'm just gonna not pour it over the tray. Let me lift up soon. Yeah, it's got like proper like little meatballs in it, and even like proper like chunks of courgette and pepper. Like, they don't fuck about with soup, the Dutch. They really do it proper. So so yeah, I'm just honestly, I kind of kicking myself for not buying more soup. I have to go back to Holland, get some more soup. Did make me think, I have to look in other countries, see what their soup game's like, I remember when I was in France once, I bought a tin of it was like chicken stew. And like here, if you were to buy in the UK a can of chicken stew, it would just be a bit shit, really, wouldn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I've had it and it's edible. Like, it's the kind of thing I get, like, if I'm going to a festival, camping, it's not going to be like a nice homemade chicken stew. That a can of chicken stew is just going to be exactly that. But the French one, oh my god, seriously, you could have just put that in a bowl, served it to somebody, and they would have thought that you had spent hours making them chicken stew. It was just, it was so good. I was like, how come this chicken stew can be like this and our chicken stew could be like what it is? So yeah, I think we really need to like pick up our food game in the UK, seriously. That's such good soup. I think there are very good food producers in the UK, like in Cornwall and a lot of like countryside places. There are fantastic farmers making fantastic produce. But I just sort of think on the overall, you know, if you're in a supermarket, I just feel like, yeah, I feel like British supermarkets, their produce isn't as good as European supermarkets. They're just, yeah, nowhere near. Oh, that's such nice soup. You have a nice little bread roll with it. And I'm going to get the kettle on and get some of my Dutch tea on the go. I haven't tried this one yet, but I grabbed it because I knew I'd love it. It's a jasmine and green tea. I absolutely love jasmine. I love the smell of jasmine. I love the taste of jasmine. It's just beautiful. And if you've got a garden and you haven't got a jasmine plant, I highly recommend getting one. They're beautiful. They're climbers. So they climb, and they just, the fragrance of jasmine is just, it's so beautiful. So it's so nice to be in a garden when there's jasmine flowers. It's just, yeah, it's just beautiful. So yeah, I'm very much looking forward to trying this jasmine green tea. I've had jasmine green tea before, but not this one. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying that. So I'm going to make myself a pot of that in my Dutch teapot, and yeah, just have myself a very Dutch Dutch lunch.